Hey everyone, welcome to Comic SA. My name is Sean and we're looking at Batman issues. This is the first time we're going to do issues 30 and 31 because my goodness guys, we are finishing the War of Jokes and Riddles. We're done with this thing. Also these two issues, they work really well hand in hand. So I'm just going to get everything done in a jiffy and we'll go through these two issues. So we start off with the beginning of issue 30. So the Joker has set up basically his final stronghold on like the 73rd floor of an office building. So Batman and the Riddler are deciding on how to get in since most of the building is booby-trapped. So Batman goes ahead and he asks Catwoman to climb up, scale the building, and she catches the Joker killing this guy with a knife. And when the Joker sees her in the window, he shoots at her. He shoots right through the window and she starts falling down. Even though she's falling, she finds a way to hook herself on the ledge and jumps in through another window on a different floor. Which is very clever because this has helped us to establish that there are no bomb triggers or booby traps on the windows, which means this is the entrance. Sorry, side note here. The Joker is hilarious. The guy that he's killing, he asked the guy basically this funny this dumb knock joke, but before it he establishes, he's just like, hey dude, will you remember me in a year? The guy's like, yeah, of course. Will you remember me in a month? He's like, yeah, sure. Will you remember me in a day? And the guy's like, of course, I'll remember you. It's like, will you remember me in 2 seconds? Of course I will. And then the Joker asks him a knock joke. He says, knock, and the guy says, who's there? And he's like, but I thought you just said you would remember me. And he ends up just killing him. And we see him even chop off this guy's arm with this knife. It's nuts. Anyway, the Joker he's so interesting. Back to script. Okay, now the Riddler and Batman and the rest of the team, they get Kite Man basically to help with this. So Kite Man builds gliders for the Riddler's team, him, Killer Croc, and so on, and they're able to fly onto the Joker's floor. All right. Now, side note here as well. Whenever Kite Man is mentioned, it's accompanied by the saying of "hell yeah," because this is what his son used to say. And I make sure I leave this tidbit in every Batman issue concerning the War of Jokes and Riddles. So even when Batman is deciding who shall we use to get, should we use Kite Man? And then the Riddler's like, hell yeah, and you'll see it continuously crops up. So Batman and the Riddler, they ride along and they with the gang, and they burst in through the window. And the Riddler, after some jokes and exchanges, he starts fighting and beating up the Joker and finally subdues him. But then there is sort of a standoff where the Riddler attempts to gang up on Batman, but since Batman, obviously, he has prep time, he uses Kite Man and tells Kite Man, hey, I want you to booby trap all these guys' packs. So he booby traps all their packs, and they're basically expelled. The packs shoot off on everyone's backs, and they're expelled out of the window. Batman could use Kite Man to do this because he knows that Kite Man doesn't like the Riddler after killing his son. So once everyone is expelled through the windows, and then Kite Man is like, hell yeah, and the Riddler basically knocks him out. As soon as I guess it's irritating because like the Riddler thinks so much of himself. And again, so the Joker ends up standing up, and we have this standoff between Batman and the Riddler, as well as the Joker. So the Joker and the Riddler start to fight Batman together, but obviously, he's Batman, so he does an amazing job of usually knocking down everyone, knocking down the Joker and subduing the Riddler. And then the Riddler starts going off, all right? He starts explaining that he did all of this to solve a riddle. Like, there's nothing special about Batman. The story is not even about you. You know, he's obviously very upset that the way he went about this solving of this riddle. And the riddle is, from the beginning of the story, is that the Joker is the laughing man but cannot laugh. So he sets up this whole thing with Batman. You know, he tells Batman, it's not about you. Your riddle is very easy to solve. He even goes ahead and say, I'll be able to kill you in a day. You'll be dead by tomorrow. You and all the people that you love. So the Riddler goes off on a rant. He's just like, that's why I even got someone so insignificant as Kite Man. I killed his son. All of this, everything has been set up just so he could get the Joker to laugh. but the Joker isn't laughing, and he's angry at this fact. So, but now Batman gets furious. He's obviously furious that all of this is a game with the Riddler. So as he explains the story, as Bruce Wayne is explaining the story of the War of Jokes and Riddles to Selina Kyle, you can see he's very disheartened about the next set of events that's about to end this series. And he says he picks up the knife and he tried to kill the Riddler. He did it intentionally. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't out of fury. He knew exactly what he was doing, purely because he understood that the Riddler had to die. And what's so messed up and why Batman is so ashamed of the story is because the Joker stops Batman from killing the Riddler. He places his hand in front of the knife as Batman was thrusting it, and it goes through the Joker's hand, and the Joker finds this funny. He finds it funny that Batman would resort to killing the Riddler, because we all know that this is Batman's moral strong code here, is that he doesn't kill. Even while he was teaming up with the Riddler, he didn't kill anyone, and this is exactly what the Joker finds funny. So that the fact that Batman will go so far as to break an unbreakable code. And in the same breath, Batman finds himself unworthy and ashamed because he's tried to kill someone, and the likes of someone like the Joker had stopped him. And I think this is a tough story for Batman to go ahead, because the Joker is not someone that that Batman likes at all. It's someone that Batman wants to cure and get rid of, but someone that is so messed up like this is the same reason why Batman hasn't broken his code of not killing people. So yeah, otherwise very interesting story. I'm very happy we got to the end of it. It's so intricate. There's so many intricacies. I'd really even employ anyone just to go buy this story arc. It's really good. I mean, it's a really good tale. It's a really good story. There's so much that gets leveraged off this. So yeah. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please follow us on Twitter and become a Patreon. All the links are below in the video. And yeah, I will catch y'all later. Cheers.